Speeding.
Hey everybody, Chris Kelly here with ProductionCrate.com, bringing you a new episode of VFX Experiments. Today we're going to be doing something very fun and very exciting. Many years ago I created these dust burst effects and they have been needing an upgrade for quite some time. So today we're going to be making those upgrades for you to download. What we're going to do is shoot these powder balls that we found. These are for like paintball practice. We're gonna fire these with a wrist rocket at this temporary black wall that we made. We're gonna then light that wall in such a way that ideally just the dust and impact is gonna be lit and any features on the wall are gonna be totally blackened out. Adrian can then take those into post and remove the black background. From there, we're gonna upload the effects to FootageCrate for you to download. This is gonna be really fun and really messy. We have a couple other ideas we wanna test. We've been practicing all week to see who has the best aim. It's Nico, so he's gonna be doing most of the shooting, but since it's fun, I wanna do some shooting myself. So before we get started, safety first. We are firing projectiles around, which we don't recommend that you do. We've been practicing a lot and we feel very comfortable, so I'm gonna need my safety glasses. Adrian, can I get my safety glasses? All right, Four Eyes, here you go. Nailed it. Yes. Whoa. We totally wrecked ProductionCrate headquarters yesterday. I think we got a little carried away with powder stuff. Yeah, it got messy and it was a lot of fun, but today we have to clean that up. When we're done with that, though, we're gonna show you how you can use these effects in your own projects. So let's
get started.
Let's get started.
Whoa. All right, now that we have those built out, there's a whole bunch of different things we could do with them. For example, I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't have lashed out at you like that. It's not your fault. I got problems at home. My fish is mad at me. We've been arguing a lot lately. I know that's not a professional attitude to bring to the workplace. I'll work on it. In fact, I shouldn't even have this. This is not safe. All right, well, I'm gonna do After Effects. The first thing we need to do is track our footage. So for that, I'm gonna use the 3D camera tracker effect. And we're just gonna wait for a little bit while the percentage climbs up to 100. Let's create a new light and name it emitter so we can use it with particular. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna be using particular. The particle type is gonna be a sprite and we have it set to reference a pre-comp containing some of those dust hits that we just made. You saw us do it. We have the emitter animated in a mostly straight line except for when it's about to hit Chris, then it jumps up and saves him at the very last second, and it's leaving a trail of these particles in its wake. To tie those into the scene better, I've used a levels effect. I just like to look at one channel at a time, so we'll start with red, which looks pretty good, but we can tweak it a bit. Then we'll move on to the green, which needs a little bit more work, and then the blue, which is always the worst, I don't know why. Once we've done that, the particles look like they match a bit better, at least in the middle part. On the edges, they are too bright, so we can fix that with a CC vignette. You ever heard of CC vignette? So that should cover you as far as bullet hits are concerned. And now if you're not even using a machine gun, then you don't have to use a particle system. You can just place your bullet hits manually, and the color correcting tips are still gonna be helpful. But what if you're in the mood for something a little more, I don't know, futuristic? Pew, 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 pew. For a laser hit, I would use the same effect from FootageCrate as we did earlier, but to make it look more like burning toxic smoke than dust, I'm gonna invert it. Let's make a duplicate of that and freeze frame it on the last frame and just mask out this center part. Feather it out a bit. Oh, and you know what? We don't need this layer to be inverted, but we will use a levels to make it fade out over time. This is gonna look a lot cooler than it would if we had just turned down the opacity. Let's add a glow and we'll color it green using whatever our favorite method for coloring is. And also, you don't have to color it green, just color it whatever you want. But when that's done, we can lay it over top of the dark smoke, and that's gonna make a super dope looking laser hit. Pew pew, guys, pew.
Those dust impact effects are up on Footage Crate. You can download them now. This place was a huge mess, but I finally got all the dust cleaned up, and I'm feeling really good about that. So, why, man? Is this about the fish still? Is that what this is? We'll see you for the next VFX Experiments.